Hello guys, today we're taking a look at the shooter. The shooter is one of the most versatile ships in the entire game. With his great firepower, great mobility, normal speed, and a good amount of HP, the shooter is capable of shredding entire enemy teams without any problem. The shooter have one of the best stats in the entire game, but every giant comes with their weaknesses. The shooter uses so much firepower, that's why it's called shooter, right? But the main issue is that it doesn't count with green or yellow slots, so he can use Tesla's shield or the wonderful Nitro to escape from bad situations. This leaves the shooter in very vulnerable state when low HP is current. This encourages the teamwork in the game. You have to find the balance between aggressive playstyles and intelligence in battle. Being capable of knowing when to retreat is a good option. It's better to escape from danger in order to live another day. Now, knowing all this, let's start with the ship description. The shooter is a red medium-sized boat, specialized in dealing insane amounts of damage in a short period of time. The shooter have 8 red slots. The red slots are for weapons. This is why many people love the shooter. Also, it have 4 blue slots for turbo, small shield, big shields, big bandage, and flasters, for support, backup, and longevity. This is the old shooter aspect. Weapon strats. The shooter being one of the most powerful ships in the game is easy to make strats because you don't have to break your little beautiful tiny head thinking about viable strat. You only need the following: know how to aim, adapt to change in battlefield, knowing when to retrieve, and know how to use each weapon. Knowing your team and enemy composition is also very important in order for game victory. Now, let's start with the strats and loadout. The most common strat is full cannon loadout. This includes standard cannons, explosive, burst, and sniper. You can also try full torp loadout with the big torp, swift torp, and triple torp. Not standard, nobody uses that thing. Full mortar loadout using standard with ballpark, long range, colossal, and even napalm or firebomb. You can even complement all these strats with grenades, mines, flare guns, gatling guns, and even intimidating with a horrifying railgun. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. But you can still using whatever weapon you want and you're still going to do massive amounts of damage. Now, let's start with pros and cons. The pros are the next: good DPS, high amount of damage, huge versatility, good movement, and standard speed. If played correctly and smart, it can be the most deadly and devastating ship in the entire game. You can even wipe out entire enemy teams if played correctly. Cons. It gets very boring after playing for a long time due to the lack of choices and variety of other types of weapons and tools other ships offer. Also, the meta of the game is kinda all team full shooters, and one fixer. I prefer the interceptor. It's like speeder and shooter have a child, and then the child is something like weird because the shooter and speeder were they were cousins, and they alright, yeah, I'm done with that joke. But we're talking of the interceptor in Adult B. This makes numbers of ships and team compositions being so repetitive. No speeder, no defender, no enforcer, nothing. Just shooters and more shooters. Only railguns and blast cannons everywhere. It's awful. Please guys, try new things to make the game more enjoyable. That's why there's variety of ships, but people only choose one because their damage capacities. All of that, just damage, because yes. But anyway guys, have a good day, keep battle on the bay, and have fun.